There's no place like home, and with the NHL Scouting Combine now over, the management and scouting staff of the Ottawa Senators return to Scotiabank Place, preparing for the next step in the prospect evaluation process. 5 of the top hockey prospects have been invited to Ottawa for additional testing and observation. It gives the team a chance to look at the players up close and personal over 2 days. And first up is a psychological evaluation. There are a number of reasons why this type of test is important.
We wanted to get the psychological side. On my side, if I don't have somebody that's mentally tough enough, it's hard for me to integrate what I want to do with physical, biochemistry and nutrition and training and everything we want to do. So the psychological, that part, that's the important part. So they'll go through a series of psychological questions. It takes them about 30 minutes. They do that. Then they come in and see me, and then what I do is I do a screening, a range of motion screening and functional screening that I've put together over hockey players. I do it with Alfie, and I would do it with any of our players. And it just shows the player that there's a lot of things that they can work on. And it also shows me what they need to work on. So if we do draft them, we can get them on a plan immediately.
Chris Schwartz is the strength and conditioning coach for the Ottawa Senators. He'll work closely with each of the prospects in the Senators' gym, evaluating their strength and overall physical ability. He'll document his observations and report back to Pierre Dorion and Randy Lee.
What we want to do is get a good snapshot. We've got the combine, we've got the feedback from the scouts. Throughout the whole process, I think we're all trying to get to know personalities, and so when we come back and give back feedback, we can talk a little bit about personalities, not just the physical side. Pierre or Randy really don't tell me a lot about the player's skill, because I don't want to be skewed by that. I want to have my feedback saying, this is what I think physically, this is what I think mentally.
After the testing, the players then head to the Bell Sensplex, where they'll partake in some on-ice workouts with Randy Lee and power skating instructor Mark Power. The Senators rely on Power to give an accurate evaluation of the prospect's skating ability, and he also plays an important role in the team's development and rookie camps, as well as training camp in the fall. It's not an intense workout, but the pressure is still there as General Manager Brian Murray and members of the scouting staff watch the skate from the balcony above.
We're doing some skating drills, some puck handling drills, and just how we handle the puck, and some shootouts in the end to have some fun. So it was a lot of fun, and to be here with Jonathan was pretty cool too. He's obviously a great player.
I'm sure you don't want to get hurt before the draft, like something good, but that was not like that bad. Like I didn't feel like that hard, but I mean, it could be like worse, than, like my elbow or something. But
we've been through this with hundreds and hundreds of players, so if there is a red flag there on character, I mean, I think we are capable of identifying that in a 2-day period here, and then that goes into the process of finalizing your list. So the list will be tweaked, certainly because of the combine, because of those interviews, because of the testing. I don't think it's going to change a ton, but it will be tweaked between now and draft day, and that's the process that we go through to get there.
With the workouts and testing concluding, the Senators have their final look at players and will make adjustments to their lists heading into the draft. But still, there are changes of another sort happening within the organization. With a little more than a week before heading to Minnesota, Senators General Manager Brian Murray holds a news conference announcing the hiring of new head coach Paul McLean.
It's a very exciting day for myself and my family today. There's a core group here that's been to the Stanley Cup final in '07 and has enjoyed success. There's a young group that just went through a great learning experience in Binghamton. How many of them play in this team remains to be seen, but they just went on and won the Calder Cup. Anytime you win, it creates good habits. But all in all, when it comes down to it, it's going to be me sitting down with them and talking to them and treating them with mutual respect and trust, and then it can be reasonable for me to expect that back.
Now that a new coach is on board, he will be attending the draft with the team, although his input into draft selections will be limited, something that Coach McLean is quite happy with.
Oh, I'm hoping that I just have to go up and shake their hands. It's a big draft for our organization, and I got all the confidence in the world that Brian and Tim are going to pick the right guys.
Brian Murray echoes that sentiment, saying the draft is now in the hands of the scouting staff.
Pierre Dorion, Tim Murray, and their staff will just do their job. We'll have a little influence when necessary, but for the most part, it'd be good if they run the draft.
With a coach hired and player evaluations complete, it seems that everything is now falling into place according to plan. However, the draft is a week away, and as the team prepares for Minnesota, a lot of questions still remain. Which prospects are they truly interested in? Will they make a deal with another team to move up? Who will become the next member of the Ottawa Senators? In a few short days, we will soon find out.